Part 1. White Clouds. Ethereal Moon. The Cause of Sorrow. Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garrigmach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
I'm here, Professor. Sorry to trouble you. I'll finish this tea. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Whoa! Huh? Whoa! You don't look much like Captain Gerald, but you remind me of him. Thanks for the tea, Professor. Let's do that again sometime soon.
It's just, I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives. Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood. In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting and were overrun. Am I supposed to be satisfied with the victory alone, even at the cost of such life? Exactly. I don't see the point. Honor? That's a foolish reason to give your life. Glory? Even worse. Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor. I suppose that's the nature of the world, isn't it? Professor, you take the time to lead me and teach me like this every day. Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield? That's a bold statement, Professor. But for whatever reason, I want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make that a reality.
We are planning a grand ball for this month. I'm sure the students will be most pleased.
Yes, certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you. We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
It is a building that was once a temporary sanctuary, at a time when the monastery was under renovation.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
I thought you two could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
Appreciate the thought.
Bear in mind that Geralt has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
Tomas. No. Solon, was it not? And the Flame Emperor. It is most clear that something has transpired, and it relates to you somehow. Or is the fault my own, and you're just caught inside the wave? Sothis, the goddess of this world. I bear her name. How confusing. I feel as though my head has turned to mush.
What's this about? The ball? Knights don't participate. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knights in particular.
Too much merriment. The librarian betrayed us, the Death Knight is back. Is this the time to be throwing a ball? Join me for some training sometime. I might... I'll have this done.
Hardly worth my time. Hardly worth my time. For Lady Edelgard. Hardly worth my time. Hardly worth my time.
Legend has it that long ago, a female student from the academy met with a mysterious man at the Goddess Tower. They fell in love at first sight and were bound together forever after. But that's not the really interesting part. The incredible part is that the man was apparently the Adrestian Emperor himself. Oh, what I wouldn't give to fall in love at first sight with a splendid and powerful gentleman. I want my own fairy tale romance, and I want it now.
Everyone's in such a festive mood. I feel a bit out of my element here. I can't help but worry something might happen while we're all distracted. After all, our enemies are always plotting. Still, this air of levity is much more agreeable than the grim atmosphere of late.
It's almost time for the ball. Oh my, am I excited! This being at school, we don't have many chances to get dressy.
Ah, the long-awaited ball. Finally an opportunity to showcase my exquisite skills on the dance floor. These skills were ingrained in me when I was a boy. My hands and feet move on pure instinct.
Some scary things have been happening lately. I hope that this month, of all months, is peaceful. The ball is coming up and everything, although I'm not much of a dancer, actually. The ball is... Oh, that's mine! Thank you so much. I've been looking everywhere.
It's true that Tomas was employed here under the recommendation of House Ordelia, but that's all I know of the topic. I never even seen him prior to enrolling here. Even when he was supposedly in Ordelia territory, I never once saw him there. I'm still feeling bothered by all of this, but there's not much else I can say about it right now.
Hey!
I'm glad the Remire Village situation got sorted out, but it's not over yet, is it? And I can't believe old Tomas turned out to be an enemy. Who can you trust anymore? Hey, I hope we get a chance. I know I'm in a different...
wonder if Remire Village will ever be the same again. How do you recover from such a terrible event? So many dead, so much destroyed. I can't see how the whole village doesn't just end up abandoned. How did you know I lost this? Thank you for bringing it back to me. I wonder if so many... Right.
Nope.
The ball. A grim reminder of my sad reality. The other nobles will be fine, I'm sure. They've all been to events like this before. But me? I'm a noble and I've never even been close to one of these things. Oh, now where did that Ingrid run off to? The ball is soon and she hadn't even put on any makeup. I was trying to help her out.
Great. Just great. It's that time when all the students get all lovey-dovey. You're new, but you know about the ball, yeah? I can't bear it. Young love is wasted on the young. They can't appreciate it to its fullest. Ugh. I wish I could fall in love too.
You know, Professor, I used to think I would be comfortable with all manner of experiments, so long as they provided usable results. But when I heard of Solin's work, well, I realized I'd not considered the moral and philosophical limits of what all manner of experiments might mean. Sorry, I'm not great with blood. Even when I'm just thinking about it, I feel a bit ill now.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of how I met my wife. I was at a village's harvest festival. There was a full moon, bathing everything in its cool glow. She appeared out of nowhere, dancing gracefully in the moonlight. A lovely fairy. We soon fell in love and tied the knot. Now we have a daughter who's as bright and beautiful as a sunny morning. So, whenever I see people dancing, I think of my wife, and my heart does a little waltz.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Other than the legend of the Goddess Tower, of course. Have you heard the students talking about it? On the last night of the Ethereal Moon, on the same night as the ball, if a man and a woman go to the Goddess Tower and make a wish, it's sure to come true. I have a wish, but I can't find anybody to make it with me. Greetings, other than on the last night, if a man and a woman go...
No.
Hello there.
I've been thinking of inviting a girl from a different house to the Goddess Tower on the night of the ball. But here's the twist. She's from a family with a much more significant and storied past than mine. I wonder if she'd ever stoop to going out with the humble son of a knight.
Hey, hey! Great work in Remire Village, Professor. Who would have ever guessed it was Tomas? But no. Now isn't the time to get lost in gloomy thoughts. What's up, Professor? Hey! Great, but no.
Mercedes locked me in her room for hours earlier. She was slathering pounds of makeup onto my face, saying something or other about the ball. It really wore me out. Mercedes, she was slathering... Hi, Professor. I've actually got...
I can't believe this. I'm so angry right now. First it's the Death Knight, and now Tomas, but neither of them are in custody. I can't stand the thought of such evil lurking in the world. We have to do something about this. I have to do something about this.
The area with the old chapel was supposed to be off limits. It was at risk of collapse, so they didn't even post guards. It's not too strange. Does that surprise you? Meh. Garreg Mach has lots of places that are blocked off for one reason or another. That's true of the underground Holy Mausoleum as well as the Northern Woods. People call it the Sealed Forest, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing special. Just a forest.
Hey. This is a rare opportunity to enjoy yourself. Please, leave everything else to us. The Remire Village incident, the search for Tomas, we have it handled. You just focus on enjoying the ball with your students. It's for the good of everyone, don't you think? If the professors walk around in a state of distress, the students will be uneasy too.
Our life in Remire Village is gone. Father and Mother, gone. Why couldn't you have arrived just a little sooner?
Yeah, Professor.
The ball is coming up soon. I am so excited. I can't wait to fill up on food while everyone's dancing. I even heard there'll be some prime cuts of meat. Oh, hey! I can't believe I dropped this.
Right.
It cannot be true that our siblings in arms could turn against us so. However, I will continue investigating members of the church. To think that even someone as senior as Tomas would fall under suspicion. I know not how far to take my search. Yes, a great many strange and terrible things have come to pass this year. I must not dismiss the possibility that someone among the students is behind it all. I have a request.
It seems the dastards who set Remire village aflame have yet to be apprehended. Monsters. Trampling mercilessly over innocent lives. They deserve a gruesome end.
Even though there is to be a ball, we still have a mission. It would be nice if this month passed by in peace.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of my first such event, back in the Imperial capital. It was held by my father, the Prime Minister. I really showed off my dancing skills. Everyone was quite impressed with me.
Dancing a Fodlan is not the same as dancing from Brigid. The reason is, maybe that the music has many differences. In Brigid, dancing is different for each person. Our dancing has vigor and ferocity. There is no speech of technique for our dancing.
Someone entered the old chapel. I think the townsfolk used it for feasts and such in the past. With that whole Tomas business, you can't blame the church for being on edge.
Hello. So, Tomas the librarian was a bad guy? But he always seemed so nice. Oh, come on, Self, you're better than this. You promised you'd be on top of things this month. Huh?
Another month full of chaos. I barely had time to catch my breath. What is the objective of Tomas and his ilk? And what makes Flame so special? Does that not bother you? Yes, that is mine.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to invite to a rendezvous at the Goddess Tower. However, I can't imagine he'd be interested in a sheltered ingenue like myself. It's hard to pluck up the courage when that's where my thoughts always take me.
Come now.
Hey!
Well...
Oh no. What happened in Remire was indescribable. The whole village burned to the ground. So many were left without even a home to return to. Thankfully, Her Grace the Archbishop has invited those who lost everything to stay at Garreg Mach. I pray that they will be able to return to their once peaceful lives as soon as possible. Until that day, we of the Church must join together and do all that we can to help them rebuild.
Professor! Hello, Professor! The ball will soon be upon us. I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life. I am very much looking forward to it. A ball? I don't think I'll partake. Oh,
Need something? This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Last month was, well, you know even better than I do. I hope this one will be more cheerful. This ball, though, I don't know. It's all new to me. Hey, I've been
Hello there.
Okay.
Professor. Ah, Professor. Always a pleasure to see you. I wonder, might you have a moment to chat? Come now. You have no need to be on guard. I'd never cause you harm. You're far too valuable a specimen, well, that is to say, too valuable a member of the Academy staff. Indeed, the further my crest research progresses, the closer you come to learning the truth of your heritage. Is it not so? When I learned you bore the lost crest, the very crest of flames itself, I set about learning everything I could about your past. What was the origin of your bloodline? How have the events of your life been shaped by your lineage? I became somewhat obsessed, I must admit. Nothing so crass as an investigation. No, I researched. I spoke to mercenaries whom you've worked with in the past to learn about your life before the Academy. Of course, I also contacted Gerald and his mercenary friends. Your father does keep rather interesting company. I'm excited to share with you what I learned, but I do ask that you correct me if I am mistaken on any account. The story begins with Gerald serving as captain of the Knights of Seros. There was a woman at the monastery with whom Gerald was quite close. At first, it seemed obvious this mystery woman was your mother. Alas, that cannot be the case. The timing is all wrong. As it was told to me, the woman in question passed away shortly before Gerald left the monastery. Yet your birth occurred sometime later, while Gerald was taking work as a mercenary. This, of course, presumes your age is accurately reported. If you were born sooner, well, the story would be quite different, would it not? Oh, I am aware. You two were certainly enigmatic, as far as mercenaries go. For example, Gerald never once spoke of his time serving as captain of the Knights. That's quite a secret to keep for all those years. In the end, your old acquaintances had little definitive to say about either of you. However, they all agreed on one thing. Your father and yourself were a strong pair. Warriors to be respected and feared. You in particular. In fact, many came to know you as the Ashen Demon. They say you would destroy your enemies without a hint of emotion on your face. The mercenaries I spoke to revered you as a living legend of sorts. So, that is what I learned. And I admit, it is barely more than I knew before. The next step in my research is to ask your blood for answers, and hope that it is more forthcoming than your past acquaintances.
Hi.
Thank you very much.
Well...
Oh my.
Ah, Tomas wouldn't betray the church. I don't believe it. I won't believe it. There's some people in the church who hate people like me who are from Elmira, but Tomas was always real kind. But if he really was Lady Rhea's enemy, well, I'd defend her against anybody, no matter how kind they'd been in the past.
Professor!
Garrig Mach Monastery is said to have been completed during the Ethereal moon. Why, 995 years ago, as a matter of fact. That's rather a long time ago, don't you think? Every year, a ball is held to celebrate the founding, and every 100 years, a very special celebration takes place. It's a grand festival involving all of Garrig Mach. It is thrilling to read of past festivals, and I'm rather excited to experience one for myself. Once in a lifetime, eh? The next one in 5 years will mark a millennium. Should be quite an event. Do you imagine you'll still be here teaching then? Professor, I've just said, of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just feel, and then I'd never put a...
Before the ball, it is customary that we host a competition of dance known as the White Heron Cup. The students are quite fond of this tradition. Each house must select a representative to compete. Their dance shall be judged by its beauty, grace, and technique. The student who is deemed the winner will be given the opportunity to train as a dancer, should they so please. It is a very precious thing, the gift of dance. I hope that you and your students will choose to participate. May I ask a favor of you?
I have looked into Tomas, but I just cannot make sense of this at all. From his behavior up until now, I never would have suspected that a man like him could turn on us. I have also discovered that his appearance has changed. It is almost as if he is not even human. What in the world is going on? Yes, this is mine. Yes, this is...
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Oh my. Nah, Tomas, there's some, but I don't know who this belongs to, but it's not mine. Hey.
Hey!
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. Ah, I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life. I am very much looking forward to it. Have you heard yet about the White Heron Cup? If you have yet to choose a representative, do you mind terribly if I volunteer? Understood. Oh well. Either way, I am still so excited about the ball.
Oh no.
Pardon me.
Professor. Aha! Found ya! You're always nosing around places, aren't you, Professor? Can be real hard to find you sometimes. Well, yeah, I wouldn't have been running all over the place looking for you if stuff was normal. Do you remember how Lady Rhea asked you to come to the office this evening? Well, she told me that I should come to let you know that today's a bad day for doing that, and you should go and see her tomorrow instead. That's pretty much everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, except to ask you if you've seen Sedith around anywhere. Okay, I'm supposed to tell Sedith the thing Lady Rhea told me to tell you, but he's hard to find. No, it's alright, thanks. But if you see him, then please find me and tell me where you saw him, okay? Because then I'll know where he is and I can tell him. I'll be in the stables if you need me. Gotta put out the fodder before it's the next kid's shift. Don't want her thinking I left my work for her to do. Oh, but if I'm not in the stables and you need to find me, I'll be at the forest up north, because there's a bunch of logs lying around up there. I figure I ought to chop them up, or else someone might trip on a log, or we might run out of firewood. And if I chop, then it'll save other people time. If it looks like I'm done there, then the quarters need to be swept. So if you see Sedith and you need to find me, then I might be there. Nope, this is my job. I'm not giving it to anyone else, because it's mine and I'm gonna do it. Besides, if you help me out, Lady Rhea might give me an earful. I don't know why, but Lady Rhea sure does seem to like you. She's always worried about what you might be doing or not doing. Oh yeah, not that it's any of my business. Anyways, Lady Rhea asked me to do some jobs, so I'm doing them all. Even some she didn't ask for, but I know need doing, so I'm doing them. End of story. And remember, if you see Sedith around, come find me and tell me where you saw him, yeah? Huh? But I just told you where I'd be. If I'm not in the stables, I'll be at the forest. If I'm not, oh, I see. You're right, I'm all over the place, huh? I don't want to waste your time, Professor, so if you see Sedith, how about you tell him I was looking for him, and then tell him all the places I'll be? Then he can spend his time looking for me instead of you. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. A real good plan. Let's do that. See you later, Professor.
Hey.
Whew. Oh, Professor, are you here to train? You should join me. Training is more important than worrying about me. Legs, back, chest, arms, abs. Gotta work them all, right? I just finished training, and I feel great. Check me out. Are my muscles bulging? Another day of training, and my muscles are ready to burst. Bulging muscles means strength. I have to be strong if I want to be a proper knight. And I have to eat if I want to keep training. Time to feast. Way to hit me where it hurts, Professor. I know I'll be in trouble if I don't train my brain, too. Anyone who can't get tactics can't be a proper knight. It's just, I'm no good at remembering that kind of stuff. And training my brain instead of my body makes me sleepy. What if I start training twice as hard? Then I should only have to study half as much, right? You really think so? I can't let that happen. I guess I have no choice. I'll prove I can do it. Wish me luck, Professor. For my training and for my studies.
Hey.
I can't believe this. So, first it's the death. I can't stand. That reminds me, if you're looking for a volunteer, I'd be happy to represent our class in the White Heron Cup. I'm an excellent dancer. You really think you can? That reminds me, if you're looking for a volunteer, you really.
Everyone's in such a fest. I can't help. Still, this, by the way, have you chosen? If nobody else comes to mind, I'm willing to take. Understood. Just leave this to me and victory is assured. Well, I suppose we should practice then. Shall we? How was that? I believe I've improved my technique.
Hey. What's this about? The ball? Knights don't participate. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knights in particular. Alois can't dance, but I hear he likes to watch. He volunteered to judge the White Heron Cup. Not that I care. Thanks. How did you know this was mine? I hear you've chosen your representative for the White Heron Cup. In that case, a word of advice. On an average year, the winning contestant has about this much charm. Charm is important, wouldn't you agree? Who wants a partner with no charm? Not me. Do your best, make sure to put in the practice, and good luck. I hear you. On an average year, the charm is Wherever did this turn up? Thank you for getting it back.
I was at she appeared. Oh, this is mine.
Hi there! people, the other but me. I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
It's true that even when I'm still... Hey!
It cannot be... Ah.
Hello, Professor. I'm very... Oh!
Really?
Indeed. Get why? Every year it's a once in a life. I can't believe I left this behind. Thank you so much for retrieving it.
I have some experience with cooking. Let me consider. How the meal tastes affects the morale of the Oh.
I know why you sat us next to each other. You want to see who can eat more quickly.
Ferdinand, please stop making everything a competition against me.
It is not guaranteed to be good, even if everyone sings earnestly. It is not easy, after all.
There's someone who's slightly off. Oh well, that adds some color, I suppose.
Practice yields results.
Oh no.
Hey. What's this? The ball. It's an Aloe. He volunteered.
I was at. She appeared.
Hey.
It cannot be.
Hey, you.
I have looked from his. I have all. It is almost.
Nothing. Praise is. I'm. Nothing.
Yo. Yo.
That.
Your praise. Let's do.
I am close. You are. Your God. I am closing.
I'll get it. That.
I've got something I want to ask you. I get it. Thank you.
Professor?
Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly. Please, sit. There is a matter I would like to discuss with you. I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties. Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the Church's many administrative tasks. I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. Frankly, I am just not sure how to handle you. I am the Archbishop's right hand, and yet when it comes to you, I have been told almost nothing. Not quite. I do find you to be a trustworthy individual, but my subjective opinion is not enough. I have a duty to be cautious. Should the Archbishop's trust in you prove to be misplaced, it is the faithful who will suffer most. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct? That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence. As the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Geralt is renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary? Given your youth, that hardly seems likely. Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly? Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way? Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear. Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
What is it? Did I do something wrong? Thanks so much! Still too hot. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. What? Come on. This was great.
We will have great success.
We will take no time at all. Amazing, no?
One step before the next step.
What a str...
I'll wait. You're
Ladies and gentlemen, my sincerest apologies for the wait. Thank you for gathering here on the eve of the highly anticipated ball to bear witness to the Academy-wide dance competition. Welcome to the White Heron Cup. The competition will be judged by me, your humble servant, Alois Rangel, and also the acclaimed former songstress of the Mittelfrank Opera Company, Manuela Casagranda!
Yes, yes, thank you. Oh, and it should go without saying, but I swear to show no bias to my own house. Got it? Good.
Last but not least, the glamorous assassin who does all of her dancing in the dead of night, Shamir Navrand! The three of us swear on our honor to judge the following proceedings with utmost impartiality and fairness. And with that, will the representatives of each house please make their way to the stage? Contestants, are you ready to dance? And is the band prepared to play? Very well. Begin! Time! That's all, folks! Splendid! All three of you were fantastic! Now, let's hear what the judges have to say.
Oh my, let's see. I suppose I have no choice but to vote for the Black Eagle House. Your performance was exhilarating. My heart is still beating a mile a minute.
I vote for Golden Deer House. Can't say why.
Great feedback, both of you. Well then, let's see. Factoring in my own humble opinion, yes, we have a winner. And I will announce who it is right now, without any delay. The winner of this year's White Heron Cup is the Black Eagle House!
Well, a victory is a victory.
Once more, please give a big round of applause for our talented participants.
I apologize for the wait. Thank you. It smells delightful. Indeed. So it is. No. Indeed. Thank you for the treat.
Just leave this.
This should be...
Look, Professor.
Enlightening.
I work to grow.
Well worth the effort.
I appreciate your effort.
I knew victory was inescapable. And you believed in me too.
Really? I have been told that your house won the White Heron Cup. This can only be a result of the students' talent and effort, not to mention your steadfast instruction. This can...
The glory of progress.
I have looked it from his... I have all... It is all...
It cannot...
Yeah. I was at she appeared.
It wasn't. Does that's people call it.
Hi there.
Ah, these skills. Oh, most.
Oh, great. You're new. I can't bear. Great. I can't.
Indeed. Gerig Mock Monastery. Why? Every year it's a once in a life.
Need something? This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
I'll keep my voice down. This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Law. Get it? Law.
Hey. What's this at the ball? It's an event.
Professor? Professor, a pleasure to see you. I've never been very good at praying. I was here to confess my foolishness. While I'm at it, may I confess something to you too? I realize what a burden I've been. On you, I mean. After every breakup, I neglect my work, and I know how that affects you. I'm completely worthless as a woman. Can you imagine how that feels? Oh, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I just know it. You think so too, don't you? Really? So if I couldn't find anybody else, you'd marry me? Oh, don't worry. I can tell by the look on your face you didn't mean it. What's wrong with me? It's not my looks. I'm still gorgeous. Or am I? Be honest. Do I look old? No, not possible. I'm the songstress who swept the Empire off its feet. Men professed their love for me hourly. It can't be my looks. I knew I was right. I'd be in real trouble if I weren't this beautiful. Oh no. If the problem isn't my looks, and they are not the problem, then it must be... what? My personality? I know you're trying to find a way to say it gently, but you think there's a problem, don't you? I suppose I can be a bit unkempt. I do have a short temper, and I may be a little lazy, sometimes. But I've always heard fellas, you know, like a woman with a few flaws. Seems to me there are plenty of flawed girls who have landed themselves a good man. So maybe my trouble is I'm not imperfect enough. Do you think I could use a few more flaws? Are you saying I'm perfect as I am? Come now, you'll make me blush.
This is my most favorite dish of all. I love it almost as much as Crestology itself.
I like seeing a table full of my favorite dishes.
The ball is tomorrow. I have no worthwhile memories of such events, yet I'm still looking forward to this one.
As am I, in the sense that I look forward to destroying all of the unworthy suitors who will inevitably swarm Lady Edelgard.
I will admit, Edelgard is adorable. However, when it comes to elegance on the dance floor, I am superior.
You're not a bad dancer, Ferdy, but you do have some moves that are hard to watch.
You honor me with your kind words. I understand that I am sometimes too dazzling to behold directly.
I'm envious of your positive attitude. I also know how to dance, in theory. Maybe I should participate as well.
Not me! You wouldn't catch me dancing at a ball any sooner than you'd catch a fish swimming through the sky!
Well, you do tend to flop around like a fish on the land after all.
Why would you say that? Now I feel like a fish on a skillet.
On a skillet. Never mind.
Speaking of the ball, do we get to pick who we dance with? I wonder who I should ask.
A bold subject change. Should Lady Edelgard wish it, I would be honored to.
I will fight with all that I have within me.
Fighting? No, that's not really the point.
I will not be as a fish upon the flame.
Good work, Byrne.
I have a proposition. Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion? It's a great idea.
5 years from today will be the Millennium Festival for Garrigmach Monastery. I've heard the magnitude of the festivities will exceed all prior years.
Oh, how exciting! Sounds like a great excuse to come visit our dear professor.
You will be seeing how much growing I have done. You will be pleased, Professor. This idea is good.
Who knows where each of us will be in 5 years' time, or who we will become. Still, I have faith that all of us will gather and celebrate our reunion.
That's assuming the professor is still here in 5 years, and not enjoying a cozy early retirement.
Even if that's the case, you will come, won't you? Whether or not you're still teaching here. Don't forget, my teacher. Even if the Millennium Festival should be cancelled, I promise to return here.
Running away? I understand. You hardly had the time to breathe in there. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball. Poor professor. So you do think you're the favorite? I might have known. But where is there to run? This place is filled with joyful students looking for a dance. Ah, I see. The Goddess Tower waits for you.
here you are. Are you waiting for someone? For me? Well, you should have summoned me earlier. Regardless, here I am. No, nothing in particular. In fact, that's why I came here. This place, the Goddess Tower, it was special to my parents. My father attended the Officers' Academy himself. A few years after graduating, he was crowned emperor. One day, during a visit to the monastery, he snuck into the Goddess Tower on a nostalgic whim. And there she was, my mother. She had just enrolled in the academy that very year. They were instantly drawn to each other. Love at first sight, you could say. It was the first time either had truly been in love. Or so the story goes. Yes. Of course, as emperor, my father had already married for political reasons. As the empire demands many heirs, he also had numerous other lovers. In the end, my mother settled for becoming one of his many consorts. But I choose to believe there was genuine love between them. I suppose it's a silly story to cling to. Isn't it? It's a shame that the lovely stories ended after I was born. For as long as I can remember, my mother had already been exiled from the capital. It's strange. Something about you makes me reveal all of the things I so carefully keep concealed. Anyway, what about you? It's your turn to reveal some long-held secret. You can share a story about your past, or perhaps tell me about your first love. You realize that just makes me more curious than ever. No, I'm the one who should apologize. It wasn't my intention to pry. I'm just intrigued by you and your mysterious past. You have supposedly always been a mercenary, but I believe there's more to your story than that. Let's leave it there for today and return to the ball. There must be plenty of students hoping to talk with you, and to dance with you. I would not wish to prevent you from mingling. I cannot keep you all to myself, after all.
It seems that everyone is having a delightful time. Will you not dance some more? How dull of you. Had I a body of my own? Oh, I would sing and dance until I fell upon the ground. But you... do as you will. Oh, you're not the only one who feels that way. Look over there. I'm bored beyond compare. Will you not follow her? Oh, come on, hurry up. I know that you are curious to see what she is up to. I hear someone singing from over there. That song. I feel that I have heard it in the past. Actually, it is not that I have heard it. Did I once sing that song to someone? No, there's more. I wrote this song. Oh, but how could that be so? If that were true, then how could she be singing it? Unless... No. I am suddenly so exhausted. As are you, no doubt? Quickly then, to bed with you.